What's up, dudes? Grady here at Grady's Gear. And tonight, I have a first impressions for you guys. I'm not going to have these long enough to where I can do like a full review. I'm only going to keep them for just a few days and then send them along. This is knives that were sent around in a pass around from my brother, Lefty EDC. You guys know Kevin. He is one of my best friends in the world, guys, not just in the knife world, in life. He's one of my best friends, and he has sent along 2 knives from a company that, if I'm being completely honest, I knew about them. I've seen them everywhere. Everybody's been raving about them, and for whatever reason, I don't know why, I just was not being drawn to them for whatever reason. Honestly, I think I know the reason. When knives are hyped up like these are, I'll use the PM2 as an example because for years the PM2 was like the standard in the knife world. Everybody loved the PM2. When something is hyped up so much like that, I tend to steer away from it for whatever reason. Just when it's getting a lot of attention and stuff, I just, for whatever reason, I'm turned off by it. And, I eventually will check it out, but, I'm not jumping on them like everybody else is. And that was kind of the situation with this. Just they were super hype. Everybody was loving them. They were getting great reviews and stuff like that. And I just was like, it's cool. I like it. And, it's got all the things that I would want in a knife. The materials, titanium M390, all that good shit. And it's got freaking every deployment method you could think of on it. And the design's really cool. But I just never checked one out. And Kevin's been trying to get me to check out this knife forever. Sorry guys, I need a drink. But he recently got the EMP EDC Nymble 3.5, the XL version, the larger version of the original Nymble. And this is actually coming to me from NAF Sergeant. NAF is an awesome dude. He's a friend at this point. We're in a group chat together, and NAF's just a really cool dude. So this came to me from him, and this will be going on to the next guy when I am done. And I just want to give you guys my first impressions and my thoughts about these knives. So I actually got the original, the smaller version, and the 3.5. I think this is Kevin's personal one. And I'm not sure if he owns this one or if John from EMP EDC sent this out to him and just let him send it to all of us, and then he's sending it back. I'm not sure. So let's get into the original one first, and then we'll get into the 3.5. This is the packaging that it comes in, magnetic, and the knife just sits in there like so. Very cool packaging, very simple. And this one, I believe, is the Tuxedo Finish. And from what Kevin was telling me, this is a prototype that was gifted to him by John over at EMP EDC. And this finish is like this gray, like this battleship gray with the frag pattern, which this frag pattern feels absolutely amazing. And then the all blacked out hardware. This is a combination that I would definitely want. But what Kevin was telling me, on this proto, this is like a flat gray, which I'm a big fan of. And, it's got like this stonewash or bead blast, whatever you want to call it, finishing on here. But the production ones were like shiny, and I was not about that. I was like, I want this. I want this kind of color. So John with EMP EDC, if you're listening, do this finish again, if you can, because I am totally about it. I love the contrast between the black and the gray. I think it looks sexy as fuck, and I'm about that. So I really like this finish. Oh, and guys, I know I said that I was steering away from it. I did open these earlier and was messing with it, and just to let you know, holy fucking shit, I want one now. And I definitely, this is on my want list now. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. So let's look at that. That D10 is just fucking awesome. I love it. This choil right here, really, really good for choking up on my first impressions. You got a shitload of jimping right here. You guys know I'm not the biggest fan of jimping, but it needs to be there for the front flipper and the multiple deployment methods. I understand while it's there. It's not super aggressive, which is a good thing, but it has to be there. I love the way he's done the hole in here. Plenty of room to get your fat fingers up in there. And this thing is just comfortable in this grip right here. I can choke back, but I'm kind of cramped with my pinky back here. I kind of prefer it like this. Like if I were to get one, this would be like my preferred grip on it. Ergonomically, and this grip is just phenomenal. Like I'm locked in, and I feel like I have a lot of control. This blade does look like it's been sharpened. It's got a mirror edge on it, which looks really nice on here. I'm sure this thing is wicked fucking sharp. I have not sharpened it. I just opened it today. You do have this really cool milled pocket clip right here. Let me see something real quick. No? No? Okay. So there is no lock insert on there, stainless steel lock insert on there, at least from what I could tell. Maybe it's carbonized. I'm not sure. There is no there's like a little bit of internal milling on here. This is kind of a weighty guy. Look at that action. Oh, yeah. This is kind of a weighty guy, but it feels solid. I like it. I almost feel like if it was lighter, it may not feel it. I don't know. Almost like it would feel kind of chintzy in my hand. I kind of like the weight to it. This action is phenomenal. So let's go over all the different deployment methods. You got the flipper tab, which is like a Vero style flipper tab. That detent is just awesome. Look at that. So then you got the front flipper. You can use it that way. Middle finger flick. Excellent. That would be the way that I use it, like 10 times out of 10. You can thumb flick it. Let's see. You can slow roll it. So there's just, if you are a fidgeter, this is a fidgeter's wet dream of a knife right here. If you just like to flick your knives all day long, this is for you. And I love the size. It's definitely in my size range. It's not a huge knife, guys. The contouring around here feels very good, very comfortable. This thing is just, damn, I don't know what the hell was wrong with me. Why I just did not show any interest in picking one up. Now that I got one in my hand, I can't stop thinking about it. And I mean, that's happened, guys. I mean, I was like that with the Arius and stuff. Everybody loves the Arius. And I was like that until Kyle loaned me his, and what was it, 3 weeks later, I bought one? So it happens. You do have EMP EDC's logo right there, which is pretty rad. Literally, I opened this up, flipped it once, texted Kevin, and was like, shit, I want one of these. Very, very cool. My overall first impressions, I love it. I freaking love it. The action, the bearings on this thing is great. So much fun to play with. Very, very cool. Let's put this one away. And let's check out the 3.5 version. Oh, before I put this away, I know he did a run here recently, and he's been dicking around with other blade shapes. I think I saw he had like a tanto, maybe a sheep's foot on here, on the Nymble. So he is offering them in different finishes, different blade shapes. He's doing pre-orders a lot, and they are selling out like hotcakes. So follow him on Instagram. I will put his Instagram down below if you guys are interested. And follow him and just keep up with it. That's what you got to do. And look out for drops, look out for pre-orders, all that good shit. And that way, if you want one, you can snag one or look for one on the secondary. So there is that one. Let's open up this one. This one's in the same finish. Move the box. And this one is the 3.5, which 3.5 blade, 3.5 inch blade. Damn it, Chris, talk. Anyways, this one is a bigger boy, and it is rocking this sheep's foot blade on here. I'll be honest, I like the drop point better, just aesthetically speaking. I like sheep's foot blades. I like Warncliffe blades. This one looks a little funky to me, if I'm being completely honest. It's just not my bag. but I like them for the utilitarian purpose on here. I like the kind of fuller that it's got right here. This big ass fuller right here. Really, really cool. And this one looks like it's got a mirror edge on it too. I don't know. Maybe Neves put that on there for Kevin or Joe, his local buddy. This one in the hand definitely fits a lot better. I have a large size hand. I wear large size gloves. You know, I'm not like Jake and wear medium size gloves, but I fill them out. I got large size hands, and I got just enough. This gives me a 4-finger grip here. This right here, I got extra. This is a Kyle size knife, guys. Kyle's got really big ass meat hands, and this would definitely be his jam. Let's see how this goes. Okay. Let's see that action. Ooh. Okay. Help if I move my finger out of the way. There it goes. Hits the nail and drops down. Detent on this one is freaking excellent, and it needs to be because this is a heavier blade. Let's see. Okay. So when you're front flipping it on this bigger one, because of the detent and that heavier blade, it definitely is easier for me to front flip this one than it was a smaller one. I mean, I could do it, no problem. But this is a lot easier to front flip than the smaller one. Oh yeah, and this thing just fits the hand. Freaking awesome. Again, this is got that same finish as this one. They look identical. I love this finish. I love this combination with the black and gray on here. Kevin was telling me something about it shiny. I tried to get it to fail. Let's see if I can do that again. Yeah, I can get it to fail, but I have to really try. If you just flick it, it goes. So the detent on this to me is awesome. And it does have a little bit of jimping at the top. So it's a small one. They got jimping at the top. And let's see them next to each other real quick. So you can see this one's definitely smaller. Just depends on your preference, your size of your hand. If you like big knives, smaller knives. I will say, like I said, this one's easier to front flip, but it's not the thing that I'm going to use the most. I'm just going to do this all day long. That's what I'm going to do. So for me, my personal preference, ooh, hit the camera. My personal preference is the smaller one. Just for ease of carry in the pocket. This one is bigger, a lot bigger. Going to take up more real estate in the pocket. This one's just smaller, more EDC friendly. This is the one that I really like. And this one's a really, I mean, it's not huge. It's just a full-size knife. I mean, ergonomically, this one's better ergonomically because back here, I'm not cramped or anything. I get a real good purchase, and then up here is just money as well. Whereas this one, it's really comfortable like this, but back here it's cramped. It's not like my drift. My drip. That's not gross. My drift back here is comfortable, and it's comfortable up here. This one is really only comfortable in this grip, which is fine for me. I'm okay with that. I just prefer the smaller size for ease of carry. But that's not taking anything away from this guy right here. And like I said, this is M390 blade steel, if I didn't mention. Titanium handles. And you do have some milling in here. Again, like I said, these do have some weight behind them, but it's not like super heavy. You're not going to throw out your fucking hip or something when you're carrying them. These are manufactured by QSP. And dude, QSP is just killing it on knives, man. At the timing of this video, Kevin just got in his prototypes for his knife, which he is super pumped for. I'm super pumped too. I cannot wait. And he used QSP and said they just knocked it out of the park. So I am super excited to try out the stout from Devo Knives from my brother Kevin and see how they did with that. Because right now, I mean, QSP does all of Finch's knives too, which I have a bunch of Finch knives, and they just do a phenomenal job. This is great, and if they can do this, I have really high hopes for the stout. So very, very excited about that. But yeah, guys, this is just my first impressions. Like I said, I'm going to have this for a few days. That's kind of the downfall to having loaners like this. For me, I prefer to have the knife for a couple weeks so I can carry it, use it, and get to know it. And then I can come through a better review. Things that I noticed, things that happened, anything bad, anything good. But then again, sometimes, you know, I've done these first impressions videos for you guys in the past and didn't do a review on the knife afterwards because pretty much everything I said in the first impressions still stood 2 months later, and I pretty much said everything I needed to in that video, so I didn't see a need to review it. I said everything I wanted to in that video, and that may stay with these. If I get one for myself, and after I carry it and use it for a while, maybe I'll do a review on it and let you know if anything changed. But as it sits right now, I think for the money, what do these go for? $270, I think. $270, $280. That is a steal, you know. Titanium, M390, multiple deployment options. You got frag, you got smooth, different scale options, different colors. Buy the little kits, you know, the Mokutai or whatever flashy kind of kits for this, for the pocket clip and hardware and all that good stuff. EMP's just, they're absolutely killing it with these. I see why guys like them so much now and why everybody was raving over them. It just took me a minute to get one. So, but huge shout out to NAF for sending these along to me. I know my name was just next on the list, but huge shout out to NAF. I will leave a link to NAF's channel, NAF Sergeant. If you guys don't know who he is, you should totally follow him and subscribe. I'll leave a link to his YouTube channel down below. And all you guys who follow me, you already know who Kevin is. So shout out to Lefty EDC for letting me check these out. Thank you, brother. Love you. So that's going to do it for this one, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. And I will see you guys in the next one.